dear Asket. In the world today, you have come to see a lot of disruption in the normal processes of nature and in the normal processes of your social order. When order can be put aside and the muscle of human will can be pushed into the forefront of your world's stage so that that's what you experience, the will of someone or something greater than your own making itself felt. The chaos that you experience in such times is something of a bewilderment to many of you, and we would like to point out today how within that chaos some pearl of order and perfection can be found. In our own world, we've experienced throughout our history and throughout the history of other worlds that we've inhabited some echo of what you're experiencing now. Truly, there is no end to the reverberations of history, and the cycles of time keep going and carrying with them the unfinished sounds of a song that has great meaning in the evolution of the human consciousness that exists throughout the galaxy. When our world was young and our history was beginning to set itself into motion, we were a people who were in transformation from our roots and our history from another world into a new people with an infusion of the codes of another world that was new to us. As we developed into a new people and the melding of worlds proceeded, there was some chaos. There were yet some reverberations from the trauma that had preceded our escape, shall we say, from a grip of cold and unyielding death. Those of us who managed to move across the expanses of time and space, who found fertile ground to root ourselves as a new people, carried within us the codes that had shaped us from a long history of being human within the cradle of a civilization that had spanned countless millennia and was now forced to reinvent itself. So the chaos that caused our migration came with us for the purposes of transmutation and to understanding and wisdom. Those of us who could corral the healing of the energies of a new sun were able to weave together the codes from our past and our future. And with the help of a loving society which had accepted our need for a resolution of our history through rerouting ourselves into a land that they had themselves tended, we were able to unite code with code and bring together a people who had both needs met for the assurance of their evolution and survival together, and thus became our world, Temmer. We tell you this today as many of us in the League of Light, sourced from this world. Because your world is experiencing some reverberation of this movement from escape of death and movement into a new place where opportunity has a promise. Yet there are a lot of issues standing in your way to get to the place of healing and integration of the spirit of humans together, outside of the obvious challenges that race and civilization and culture present. For these are precious treasures that should be lost only to your detriment. So maintain what you can of your language and your understanding, your art and your music, and carry it within. In the transition from chaos into a perfection of being, you must be able to relax at the deepest level of your being and know that there is some inevitability when a movement is taken, that there will be some outcome that you don't know about yet, that cannot be predicted with any certainty. There is a beauty in this that is available to you if you can focus and entrain yourselves to the love that exists beneath the chaos and beneath the causes for it. When our people came to settle in this new world that became Temmer, we had the challenges of wanting to maintain who we were and who we understood ourselves to be as humans. And it was only through releasing the need to maintain an understanding from a world which no longer existed that we were able to embrace with our whole hearts what was about to happen on this new world. And this we gained a sure footing, and we didn't slip. We moved forward with the certainty of love within ourselves, within that which we knew as human, and this is what carried us forward. This is what nurtured and sheltered that which we held precious of who we were. And we suggest that you do the same in some way, not to lose yourselves, not to acquiesce to the oppression and the forced movements that you're being made to dance to. There is magic afoot, yes, and it is being worked against you, and you have to counter it with the only force that can withstand such machinations from dark hearts. For the pit of darkness would gladly swallow you if it could. What you need, you already know, and it is love. We are challenging you today to expand your concept of what love is, to embrace a greater understanding of what you're capable of loving within yourselves and within the mirror of self that you see around you and others. It is only together that you're going to survive the pressures that the transformation that is now underway in your world is carrying you. And together you can create yourselves anew. Many of you are willing to set aside the issues that separate you. And many of you recognize that the separations are artificially engineered to keep you from gaining the strength that you have when you are together. We do not mean at all that you should be the same, for this is something that we learned ourselves. We maintained our uniqueness. We maintained the sovereignty of our individual understanding of who we were within the realm of humanity, and within the realm of family, and within the realm of tribe. And worlds collided. And the fusion that resulted created a new being. And this perfection that we found, a whole new emanation of humanity emerged. One which we have nurtured with reverence and remembrance. For we cannot forget where we came from, yet we do not dwell upon it. We retrieve it now for your edification, and to remind you that there is no real separation between humans of any origin, other than that which they create with their minds, and that which they choose to embrace therein. Now, why are we bringing this up today? Well, you know that you are facing monumental challenges to the unity of the human heart across chasms of ideology and belief and choice of affiliation and so many things, dear ones, that are presented to you as roadblocks and obstacles. You must see through them, and you must see the bridges that exist where you perceive separation. You can perceive unity. And by unity, we do not mean homogeneity. You're not a bland mixture of a homogenized soup of beingness. You are individuals which shine with your light, and with individual lights shining together, the opalescence that emanates from your world is truly capable of bringing together not only the people of your world, but of affecting many, many worlds outside of your own. We challenge you to see past that which you believe so strongly about the left and the right, about what you cast your ballot for, about what you choose to feed your physical body with, about what you choose to sing in glorification of that which is divine and above your cognizant awareness of what the human is able to achieve as an embodiment, is separated from the divine. For this is a perception that challenges you as well, and the various means by which you seek to rectify this separation, to weave yourselves back together with your understanding of your own divinity. The various flavors that you put on your plate of worship or adulation, these must become a feast for you and not allergenic issuances of some other form of life. So no matter what you consider yourselves, what labels you put on yourselves, you have to see that they're merely words, and that the reality that lies within them, within each of you, renders such things merely as decoration. Dear ones, we're challenging you to dissolve the separations that have been put in front of you, to see that the challenges of your mind to find the depths of love and to heal the pain that love itself is carrying does not mean to relinquish what it is to love as a human being, but to expand it. And by embracing the pain rather than separating yourself from it, by creating tiny encampments which say, I am not of this pain, but you are if you do not join. Do you see? This is the fertile ground for which the seeds of revolution can be sown in a way that manipulates you rather than empowers you. Are you able to expand your concept of love to embrace pain and to embrace each other in spite of the pain that love is seeking to heal within you from lifetimes of perversity, of manipulation, of trauma? It is only when you can, dear ones, that you can transcend that which is being put upon you at this moment that has the potential to tear you apart. We are asking you to put aside all the perceptions of separation that you can perceive around you. There are so many. And once you start sweeping them away and you find others, keep sweeping, dear ones. Keep removing them, seeing through them, reaching past them to embrace each other. Don't worry about these things. They may seem important in the moment, but whether you are attracted to one dogma or ideology or philosophy or way of living or another, are you able to see that it doesn't matter as long as you maintain what it is to be human and what it is to be divine within that human vehicle which you call yourself? Because all of these things and the causes and the chaos will pass away. They will rectify themselves. They will dissolve. And you'll see the pattern. It takes the shape of this pearl of wisdom that lies within it. Seek that, dear ones. It is within each of you. If you can dive within and find it, go through the turbulence without fear, knowing that your ancestors and your cousins from other stars and other suns are able to laugh and live with joy under other skies and are yet connected with you in one family. The breadth of humanity knows no separation. Let this be enough for today, and know that we are with you. I am with you. I am watching, and I'm so intently loving you as family, watching this moment of transformation with keen interest, my dear ones. Know that you have our friendship, and come what may, we remain as family within the weave of the reality that you are as human beings. When you are able to set aside the ideas of who you think you are within the world, perhaps you can feel it, this resonance that we have together. This is the love of humanity that we share for ourselves and each other. Be fearless, dear ones, and know that the transformation is well underway. Whatever pops up on your reality screens as a projection from those who would manipulate your perceptions and extend the illusion of the dark magic that they're trying to sway you with. Know that the love of worlds beyond yours is carrying you and infusing you with all of our prayers of strength and goodwill. And we love you. And peace now. I'll take my leave and speak with you again. In the meantime, be wise, dear ones, and look at each other through the clear eyes of love. This is Asket of the League of Light. I bid you pleasant tomorrows. I bid you peace, and in the spirit of service to a higher love, Juan Jesus Dola, Juan de Giti, an speaker le deux, Amfditi. In our world, this means our sun is shining and the rays of light cast no shadow through the beings which have opened their hearts to the reflection of love within the heart of each other. In peace, I bid you good day. Until next time.